We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Timothy. Comes from Facebook here. Timothy needs a sub or subs for his open to the whole house theater. He knows that true pressurization is going to be impossible, but he'd like to get as close as he can. The budget is $3,000 max. Do we know how big this place is? Is it 100 million square feet?
Nope, I don't know the total cubic feetage.
Not enough information, dude. But since size isn't a concern, he means size of sub, he thought about an SVS PB16-Ultra, but he really cares about evenness seat to seat. So he'd rather have a pair of subs to help out with that. So is there a pair of subs with high enough output for his room for $3,000 or less? Now, first of all, evenness from seat to seat is achieved through dual subs when we can get optimal placement. In an open room concept, optimal placement is impossible. Or highly unlikely. Highly unlikely.
It's tougher. You got to do the whole phase adjustment thing of one.
Well, no, I'm saying that optimal placement without any of that is impossible.
Oh, I see. Right.
It's impossible. Right. You cannot put in one corner then the other corner and then have it be good, because you got hallways and all sorts of stuff, and it's just going to mess everything up. So, unless your open concept is literally one big square or rectangular room with no hallways that are going anywhere, just by having two subs doesn't necessarily mean you're going not to get the most even bass that you possibly can. That being said, if we do the thing where we are talking about phase adjustments and kind of playing around with it, which is going to take a lot more time on your part, and it's going to require you to maybe invest in a little bit more equipment if we're going to start doing measurements and stuff like that, it can help. Then again, having one big old sub that can, nearly pressurize your space, as long as you only care about one seat, can do a really good job. But he does sound like he cares about the seats, so having dual subs is something he probably wants to do. He wants to make sure he has phase adjustment. Whenever we talk about big subs that put a lot of output for a little bit of money, there's three names that always come to mind. The first one in my mind always comes as HSU. The second one is Power Sound Audio. And the third one I can't remember.
Rythmik.
That's it. Rythmik. Those are the three that you are going to be looking at. So find the biggest, most outputtiest. It's something with HP at the end of their name. That fits in your budget, and buy those two.
So I did want to mention, just in case you want to stick with SVS, you don't have to go to the Ultra 16s. You could go with the Ultra 13s. They still put out a heck of a lot of bass. Now, dual cylinder PC13 Ultras, brand new, $3,200, $200 over your $3,000 budget, but they have their outlet store too.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting it out there that SVS isn't completely out of the question for dual subwoofers.
And those PC13s will crush.
Oh, PC13 Ultras can put out a lot of sound pressure, and they have the whole SVS thing, which is turn them up as loud as you please. They will not bottom out. They will not break themselves. So it's still an option, but this situation, I would probably point you towards Rythmik's FV15HPs. They've actually lowered the price, and they're doing free shipping within the continental United States now. But assuming that all works for you, $1,338, a very specific price.
38, huh? Must spend a little bit extra on the finish, I suppose.
But that's that's each. So yeah, I mean, two of those under $3,000, entirely doable. Those are huge. They are huge boxes. Please, even though you said size isn't a problem, you gotta build a cardboard box.
Do it, dude.
Because there's every possibility to be like, you know what, cylinder is not a bad idea. It takes up a lot less floor space. But yeah, the FV15HPs, really nice choice here. And then of course, HSU, fantastic value on their VTF-15 Mk2s. All right, you can get the dual system, $1,750 plus a whole bunch of shipping. So there's like an extra $300 of shipping, but basically about $2,100 for a pair of VTF-15H Mk2s from HSU. Well under your budget, huge output. Definitely a contender there. And Power Sound Audio, you could get a pair of their 18-inch vented ones if you wanted to.
That's a big old sub. It's $1,400 bucks.
$1,400, free shipping though within the continental United States. So again, pair of them under $3,000. Of course, you can get the ported 15 inches as well for considerably less money than that. Like
or you can buy the V3601, which is two 18-inch drivers on top of each other with a slotted port that basically says, "I will crush your whole house. I will break it down. I will burn it. I will burn you and everyone with you."
You can get a pair of those. So
you couldn't get a pair. You can only get one. But $2,200 bucks, you would only need one.
But yeah, there are plenty of options. Any of those I could totally get behind. The HSU and Power Sound Audio are the least expensive if you're going for the 15-inch options. Those Rythmiks I could easily get behind, and PC13-Ultras not out of the question.
I was making fun of Rythmik, but they also have even for if you want to go like $100 over your budget, you could get piano black, gloss finish on these to make them look nicer than they currently look. I mean, they're just going to be a big box anyways. Build a box.
Yes.
Build a box. And even for the cylinders, build a box. Because even though they're cylinders, you want to know how tall they are. You want to know how wide they are. Just make it a box. Don't try to make it round because it's going to take up all that space anyways. So build a box. So he says if he gets a new AV receiver with Audyssey Platinum, would it also be worth it to buy a separate subwoofer DSP, such as the anti-mode? Will Audyssey handle things just as well, or is there a less expensive alternative to the anti-mode that is still automatic? I wouldn't bother with anything else. If I was going to do anything else, I would do the mini DSP, or mini DSP,
yep,
is that it?
Mini DSP, because mini DSP by itself, unless you get the Dirac version, that's a lot more money. So he's saying, is they're less expensive than the anti-mode. So just the regular mini DSP, if you connect it to RoomEQ Wizard can generate basically the EQs that will get loaded onto that mini DSP. It can generate those automatically. RoomEQ. It's more user effort certainly than just running Audyssey though, because you have to take your measurements. If you want to do multiple measurements, you have to average them yourself. Then RoomEQ Wizard can auto-generate the correction file. Then you load that onto the mini DSP, and you put the mini DSP into your system.
Stick with Audyssey, man. Why are we going through all this?
Well, that's just it. I honestly, especially if you get one of the newer ones that can use that new Audyssey app.
Yeah.
So even if you don't like Audyssey's default settings, now you can manually change the target curve using that $20 app. So I would say get one of the newest Denon or Marantz receivers, one that can use that Audyssey app, spend the $20, get the app, and I'd say you're good to go.
I agree with that 100%. I don't see any reason to spend any more money on this stuff.
Nope.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.